New at 5 o'clock tonight, political titans clashing. Former President Donald Trump propelled Ron DeSantis into the governor's mansion. He was a little-known North Florida congressman until then. Now, Mr. Trump vying for the White House in 2024, angry that DeSantis will almost certainly jump into the race and oppose him in the primaries. The result, a political divorce turned ugly. Once so close, now so very far apart. Here's the headline making the rounds. Donald Trump shares photos on his Truth Social site of DeSantis, alleging he partied and drank with high school girls when he was a teacher. Governor DeSantis in Ocala today.
This goes with the territory. You got to have a thick skin.
Trump reposted the allegations about a photo from 20 plus years ago from a source whose background is unknown at a time when DeSantis taught at a private school in Georgia. Trump wrote, "That's not Ron, is it? He would never do such a thing."
I spend my time delivering results for the people of Florida and fighting against Joe Biden. That's how I spend my time. I don't spend my time trying to smear other Republicans.
I grabbed my iPad and showed the post and the story to people, including Republicans David and Holly Hebert. Interest you?
Not
Does it
really.
pique your interest?
No, I'm just current facts and where we are in today, you know? I don't really care about what happened 20 years ago.
I'd hate to be judged for what I did in college.
Maureen is a Republican from New Jersey. Does it help or hurt Governor DeSantis or the former president, this kind of stuff?
I don't think it hurts DeSantis.
And what about the former president?
I think he's kind of showing his own colors.
And I caught up with Jose Molina out on a stroll with his daughter.
Doesn't pique my interest at all.
Why?
Because I don't feel that's going to do anything for me, whether that happened or not happened.
Nonplussed out here, but that doesn't mean the story's done.
If I were the governor, I would give one quick statement about the circumstances of the photograph, which presumably he would view as harmless, and then that would be the end of it.
There's only one safe bet: the DeSantis-Trump fight is just beginning. All this as the political world assumes an announcement from Governor DeSantis about a presidential run in 2024 is just a matter of time, perhaps only months away, if that.